Hey everybody and welcome to the Bullshit Party. And after doing the quote-unquote review video for the new Podium car yesterday, I couldn't help but continue to wonder if the Progen GP1 is able to drift. Looking over the comments, you guys are wondering the same thing, so in this one we're gonna be answering that question. Will the GP1 drift? Oh, and thank you for voting for the pink color, by the way. Love it. Doesn't bother me at all. I wanted the girl version of the GP1 all along. But going back to the topic of the video, for a car to be able to drift, well, it needs to be 1. A rear-wheel drive car, which the GP1 is, and 2. It needs to have enough horsepower for the wheels to lose traction at speed. And of course, there are exceptions to this. Sometimes there are all-wheel drive cars that are able to drift, and other times low-powered cars that are able to. But the main factors are the two we just spoke about. And on paper, the GP1 passes both of them with flying colors. And it also needs to be said that my Barbie GP1, again, thank you guys, is maxed out. And to find out how well it drifts, we need a baseline to compare it to. Cut to the Class A Drift Yosemite, one of my favorite cars in the game. And one of my favorite things to do with the Yosemite is, you guessed it, drift. In my opinion, it's one of the most funnest cars in the game. Funnest, is that a word? Anyway, it is now, and if you're looking for something fun, you should definitely pick it up. Also, to get it out of the way, neither car is stunned or stinned or whatever the glitch is called where you shoot the rims of the tires of the car. And as you can see, I took the liberty of removing the hood and doors to save weight. It's definitely not the result of me crashing at every other street pole on my way here. Anyway, just like the GP1, the Drift Yosemite has all of its performance options maxed out, and as I said, it's not glitched to drift better. And yes, I can hear what you're saying, viewer, but bullshit! This car has drift in its name! That doesn't seem fair. Well, it sort of is. We're looking for a baseline here, to show two different vehicles to cover the same stretch of track, dog in this case, and see how the original one performs. And also, my video, my rules, na 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 na, and if you haven't driven the Yosemite before, giving you a little better understanding of what the handling's like. Pushing it into a drift is extremely easy, and in some cases, it's actually accidental. All you need to do is just lay off the gas a bit as you're turning into a corner, and as soon as it starts to turn, floor it. Perfect. No handbrake needed for this vehicle. Aside from this last one, as you can see, even after a couple of corners, the Yosemite is taking the corners very well. It's made for this, it's slippery, and that's what it makes it great for drifting. And having that enormous engine on the front doesn't hurt either. None of the laps are timed, mind you, but I'm sure you can start seeing the track that I was going for. It's very difficult to mess up here, we just need to go straight, take a sharp right turn here on the right side of the crane, stay true here, and as you exit the corner, go to the right and then slalom left to the left side of the light pole. And if you're good enough, try to connect that with the upcoming U-turn at the end of the dock. We take a right here, and after we get to this part, we speed past the containers. And as soon as we pass them, we make a sharp left turn to try to slalom around the crane and then the concrete wall. After that, we have the last corner, a 90-degree right turn. And that's it. And now that we have our baseline, we saw how the Yosemite did, but what about the GP1? Well, let's see. I'm sure you can already tell it's a big difference to the Yosemite. The car, though fairly quick on the line, doesn't spin its wheel at the right time. And what that means for a pink drift machine here is that it takes corners slower than a grandma driving a Mini Cooper. I'm sorry, that was horrible. I apologize for that, I'll see myself out. And since we're on the subject of having fun, well, not really, but what I was going for is, if you liked the video, please consider leaving a like. And if this is the first Bullshit Party video you're seeing, well, hope to see you as a subscriber soon. More fun, awesome things to come in the coming months. But enough about that, let's go back to talking about the GP1. I spent a considerable amount of time practicing the track with it. Yeah, can't you tell? No, but in all fairness, I feel like I'm getting the hang of the corners. Except that one. And that one. Anyway, what I'm saying is, this is the best I could do with the car I had. The car just doesn't want to seem to slide at all. Or if it does, it just flips out and crashes. See? But then, I had an idea. It's pretty clear that the car isn't gonna slide on concrete. But what about on sand? And one short time lapse later, we are transported to the beach with a brand new, flashy, still pink, GP1. So let's take it for a spin on the beach and see if we can in fact drift it on the sand. Looks promising so far, so let's see how it in fact drifts. And I'm very happy to say that the car feels extremely fun on the sand. Too bad that we had to go all the way to the beach to have fun with it. So let me put it simply. No, you can't drift it on asphalt. Not possible. But you can definitely have a lot of fun with it on sand. And in the meantime, ruin some NPC's time at the beach. And that's basically it. It's a great car, but definitely not made for drifting. If you have it, go on the beach and have some fun with it, like I did. And yes, I totally meant to do that. Stupid car. And that will bring an end to this video. Thank you so much to everybody who watched this far. If you liked the video, well, please consider leaving a like. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you are not yet subscribed, well, make sure you change that and subscribe. As I said earlier, a lot more cool things to come in the future. And with all that, I'll see you in the next one. Now let's go and build a sandcastle.